Don't work late at night, don't work every weekend. Make sure you give yourself time and space to do other things outside of your PhD.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Courtney, and on my channel I talk about my PhD journey, my fitness journey, and tips and tricks about academia, university, any stage that you are in. So the academic side and how to be healthy while doing it all, because we can all do it all. Yeah, if you're interested in any of those things, please hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you catch my videos when I upload them. Today's video, you're going to be hearing from my office mates, so they're all in their second year and up, so second to third, fourth year of their PhD journeys, and they're going to be telling you the tips and tricks that you should know when starting your PhD, or maybe you can consider it things that they have learned while on their PhD journey. So stick around, watch to the end, and you can hear what they have to say. So especially if you are just starting out, this will be very beneficial to you, so you kind of know how to prepare yourself. But even if you're further along in your PhD journey, you can still watch, drop some comments down below, let me know what your tips are, what you have learned, and help out everybody else who's around. Alright, stick around, watch to the end.
Right, so which would be my advice to PhD students that are about to start is that the research changes a lot. So at least in my case, which was not a structured project, it changed a lot since my proposal to what I'm doing now. I also, at the beginning, when I first submitted my proposal, I thought that this was like a very original idea that nobody ever looked into, and when I was doing my research, then I realized that it's new, but it's not like no one else have done it. It's a very long journey with many ups and downs, so it's not as other processes which are very flat. This is always like, sometimes you're doing great, sometimes you're not doing that well, and yeah, I think that would be about it.
How would you tell them to deal with that?
How to deal with that? What I did was I basically went for holidays for about 2 weeks, and then I returned recharged to continue working, and that actually helped. And I probably, some other people deal with that finding side jobs or doing something else besides their research, which I think is valuable too, but whatever works best for all. Yeah, I'm doing behavior change and the uptake of technologies. So I'm looking at the role of smart meters in changing people's behavior and probably reduce household energy consumption. The acceptance, rejection of these technologies, how the discourses are portrayed, and what the role of that is in the uptake of these technologies. I'm also working on the uptake of traditional cookstoves in sub-Saharan Africa and what the role of women is in this, and which behavioral interventions are proved to be more successful in the uptake of improved cookstoves.
I'm doing behavior change in smart meter.
What Chris just said, yeah.
Dr. Chris Au?
I'm not a doctor now.
Soon, 2 months.
But once I am, then
Soon to become Dr. O.
and then soon to become, and always will then, from that point on. Okay, hi, I'm Chris. I'm doing a PhD in agricultural development in Tanzania. So I work on the sort of legal and policy environment for an agricultural insurance product in Tanzania, and hopefully if it's successful, then all over East Africa. So my sort of main advice would be, the big thing I sort of learned was that the field changes so much whilst you're doing your work. So my work's quite interdisciplinary. There's sort of different spheres of my work touches upon, and sort of throughout the duration, when you develop a proposal, you do some research, and 18 months, 20 months later, the field's actually quite different academically. The rate the papers are churned out is sort of quite impressive. Obviously they're coming from all over the world and there's a lot of change. So trying to stay on top of that is quite hard. Just because the concepts change, the arguments evolve, and you sort of need to stay with it for your research to remain relevant. I think the easiest way to do that is to be subscribed, to the journals, identify the ones that are most applicable to you and to your research, and just check them quite regularly because they come out. Some come out every month, some come out every 3 months. But if it's relevant to your research, there'll be loads of stuff packed full of interesting ideas that will help evolve your work alongside the rest of the field.
Alright, my name's Jess. I'm doing a PhD in sort of trying to develop a set of measures to be able to compare different types of ecosystems around the world and their condition and how they're changing through time. So to allow us to sort of prioritise into the future and make appropriate sort of management decisions. So my advice or my tips, things that you should know leading into a PhD is that you're going to spend the first 6 months reading and writing and feeling like you're not achieving something, but that's a really, really important step because it creates a foundation that you're sort of going to base the rest of your stuff on. I think another point, particularly for my PhD, is what I thought that I was going to do when I started completely changed throughout as I gained more knowledge in the field, as well as I worked out specifically what I'm most interested in. And I think it's really important to follow what you're interested in. Which I guess leads on to my last point is be really careful and considered in choosing who you work with. I'm very lucky that I have such a supportive supervisor, and I think it makes such a difference. And so those would be my main tips for doing a PhD.
How do you survive?
How do I survive?
Yeah.
By my friends, having them around, making sure that I am eating right and all the normal things.
Yeah,
like
she's vegetarian.
exercising, yeah. Making sure I'm, yeah, having a balance. Don't work late at night. Don't work every weekend. Make sure you give yourself time and space to do other things outside of your PhD.
Tell them about golden hour.
Yeah, it's like gone now. I mean, for me, I don't think working late.
That's pure gold.
Like some people think they have to work all day and all evening to be productive and do their PhD, and I just don't think
My philosophy is that probably just one day, one very productive day covers the whole week. Like really, if you have like one...
Right, that's spoken in a true PhD.
Yeah, one day can cover like
yeah.
tons of days of work. If you're being...
Work when you're being productive.
Yeah.
And when is most productive for you.
Yeah,
If
because
not,
there are some days that you just can... Yeah.
Like gone now.
like God now.
Like golden hour.
Gone now, yeah.
Probably 3 minutes. During golden hours.
The golden minutes.
The golden minutes, yeah.
But for that minute.
Oh. A week of work.
So I hope you enjoyed that video and what my classmates had to say. As you can see, we have a bit of fun in the office as well. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please drop any comments down below, any questions you have, and I'll get them to answer them for you. If you are interested in more content like this, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Remember, think it, believe it, and live it. Whatever you do, in whatever journey, PhD fitness, we can do it, we can all achieve it. Alright, see you next time. Bye. Stay great.